In Xiaomi's phone product line, Civi is a rather special existence. It is very young, and it has just entered its third year since the release of the first generation of Civi in 2021, but it carries Xiaomi's hope of further expanding the female user market. Due to the different definitions, the product strategy of Xiaomi Civi is also very different from other Xiaomi phones. There has been a classic in the industry: 3 years to produce high-quality goods. If a new product series wants to grow, it will always go through a 2-year exploration period. In addition to accumulating some things in many aspects such as technology and product tonality, it is more important to determine the development direction that meets user expectations. So in the third year of the Civi series, what new changes will Xiaomi Civi 3 bring? My first impression of the Xiaomi Civi 3 is that it is more memorable than the previous 2 generations. In this generation of products, Xiaomi has launched a new twin color appearance, which is commonly known as the double color combination. As you can see, it divides the back of the phone into upper and lower parts through different color matching, forming a sharp contrast effect. The Mi Civi 3 not only looks thin, but it is also thin enough at the hardware level, only 7.56mm. It is worth mentioning that it did not choose a rounded middle frame, but made a small right-angled middle frame, which is equivalent to further increasing the contact area between the fingers and the middle frame. The stability of one-handed grip and the comfort is good. After the screen is turned on, the intuitive visual experience presented by Xiaomi Civi 3 is that the screen-to-body ratio is very high, which is not only the inherent advantage of the curved screen. According to official data, the left and right borders of this generation of products have narrowed from the previous 1.85mm to 1.62mm, and the upper and lower borders have also been narrowed to 2.4mm, which makes it look like a screen at first glance. In terms of the choice of the full screen solution, Xiaomi Civi 3 is consistent with the previous generation. It is not the common single hole in the middle, but the double hole appearance in the front. The dual-hole solution is actually used in other phone products, but the Xiaomi Civi series is different in that its dual-hole option is at the top center of the screen instead of the left or right side. The screen quality of Xiaomi Civi 3 is also good. Flexible AMOLED screen, new C6 luminescent material, size is 6.55 inches, 2400 by 1080 pixel resolution, peak brightness can reach 1500 nits, has 120 Hz refresh rate, 240 Hz touch sampling rate, supports P3 wide color gamut, 12-bit color depth, Dolby Vision, HDR10+ display. As far as the actual effect is concerned, the screen display fineness and color accuracy of Xiaomi Civi 3 are excellent, but I personally think that what Xiaomi has done better this time is eye protection. Xiaomi Civi 3 supports 1920Hz PWM high-frequency dimming, low color cast eye protection and true color display. Let's talk about the hardware part first. Like the previous generation, the same front camera of Mi Civi 3 is also composed of two 32-megapixel cameras, but the field of view of the left lens is changed from 90 degrees to 78 degrees, f2.0 aperture, etc. In addition to the front dual camera, the flash that can better reflect the Xiaomi Civi 3's spare no effort in Selfie, this time Xiaomi equipped it with 4 multicolor soft lights. In fact, there are very few phones that are willing to equip the front camera with a separate flash. After all, it does not seem to be very cost-effective in terms of cost control, internal stacking, and battery life. First of all, its front-facing camera's playability, degree of freedom, and scene adaptability all belong to the advanced level of current phone products, which further lowers the threshold for photography. You can also take great pictures and video effects. Xiaomi Civi 3 adopts a 3-camera appearance of main camera plus ultra-wide-angle lens plus macro lens, in which the main camera is 50 megapixels, f1.77 large aperture, the same Sony IMX800 outsole sensor as Mi 13, and supports optical image stabilization. The ultra-wide-angle lens is 8 megapixels, with a 120 degrees field of view, the other is a 2 megapixels macro lens. The performance problem is not enough on Xiaomi Civi 2, but on Xiaomi Civi 3, the performance has been greatly improved. This time, Xiaomi used the Dimensity 8200 Ultra chip for it. In terms of paper specifications, it is basically the same as the Dimensity 8200. Of course, since the Ultra suffix is added, it is still different from the standard Dimensity 8200. It has stronger imaging capabilities and belongs to an imaging specialty chip. According to the past practice, we still use Antutu to do a simple running test on Xiaomi Civi 3. The measured Antutu score is 896,450 points, and the performance is at the standard level of Dimensity 8200. As for the part of battery life that everyone is more concerned about, the battery capacity of Xiaomi Civi 3 is the same as that of Civi 2, which is still 4500 mAh. In terms of phone products launched this year, although such a battery capacity is not outstanding, but if compared with other products among thin and light phones, 4500 mAh batteries are relatively large, and many of them are 4000 mAh. As far as my personal usage during this period is concerned, if you watch short videos and play games, Xiaomi Civi 3 can probably last for more than half a day, and it is still a little stressful to charge it once a day. Fortunately, the matching 67-watt flash charging fast charging speed is relatively fast, and it can be charged from 1% to 100% in about 38 minutes, and the overall battery life is not bad. Civi 3 may be the easiest to evaluate among the recently launched phone products. It is thin enough and can be easily held and used with one hand, the exquisite photos processed by the three-party beautification application. Its performance is better than expected, and there is no pressure to open the game black. As for the version configuration, Xiaomi Civi 3 has prepared 3 options this time, namely 12 and 256 gigs, 12 and 512 gigs or 16 gigs and 1 terabyte, and no longer set the 128 gigs version, which is somewhat tasteless. Thank you for watching this video and see you soon.